Então, The Undying Hydra. A Hydra imorrível. A freshwater mini monster that defies aging. Um mini monstro de água fresca que desafia a própria idade. Deep look. Olhada profunda. Vamos que vamos. E bora de Hydra. Água doce, freshwater. Boa, obrigado, Azog.
Everything that lives must one day die.
Que bichinho
Right?
bonitinho.
Well, maybe not everything. Consider the Hydra. It's named after a many-headed monster from Greek mythology. Chop off one head and two grow in its place.
Ok.
That myth isn't too far from the real Hydra's death-defying abilities. They're cousins to jellyfish. See the resemblance?
Ah, prima d'água viva, da hora.
But Hydra live in freshwater.
Água doce aí.
Its body is a hollow column with walls only 2 cells thick. Its
Caramba.
head is just a bunch of tentacles surrounding a mouth. No eyes or brain. The whole thing is about as long as a grain of rice. The hungry Hydra stretches out its tentacles to snag swimming prey.
Ih,
Microscopic harpoons hook the water flea, injecting it with paralyzing neurotoxins.
ô louco. Paralyzing. Olha. Tchau. Tchau, blau. Dormiu, bem dormido, bem dormido. Papá.
Then it's down the hatch.
Pica.
The Hydra uses those nutrients to make more Hydra.
Aí, ó.
Check out this bud.
Brotinho.
It's a clone sprouting right from the Hydra's side.
Caralho.
Hydra can reproduce sexually too, but most often they just clone themselves.
Pô, imagina. Ao invés de copular, a gente clonar. É mais simples. Se fosse possível. Se fosse possível,
Chip
né?
off the old block. Hydra are constantly regenerating their own bodies too, replacing all of their cells every 20 days. They can do that because roughly half of the cells in their bodies are stem cells, which can develop into all the different types of specialized cells you need to build or rebuild a body.
Olha que brisa, mano.
Stem cells only make up a tiny percentage of our bodies, and our stem cells degrade over time. That's why we age. But a Hydra can make near perfect copies of its stem cells, basically forever. It's called non-senescence, biological immortality.
Caralho, que
Having
braba.
all those stem cells allows Hydra to recover from all
Mano,
kinds of
olha o tamanhinho, velho. Que doideira. Agora ali deu pra entender a proporção.
all those stem
Olha,
cells allow
uma gota d'água, mano. Dentro de uma gota d'água desse tamanhico. Que fofura, mano. Imagina o tamanho que era o bichinho que ela comeu, né? Que era menorzinho ainda. Que doideira. Fofa.
allows Hydra to recover from all kinds of damage.
Eita.
All right, here we go.
Ela vai cortar no meio. Assassina!
No body? Not to worry. No head? No problem. As long
No.
as the chopped off
No head, no problem.
chunk has some stem cells, it's ready to regrow. In a couple days, the severed head has a new body.
Caralho!
And the foot?
Vai,
It's got a
multiplica.
brand new head.
Multiplica!
Soon, they'll both be as good as new. Except for
Caralho!
maybe some lingering trust issues.
Que doideira,
To test the
cara.
limits of their ability to recover, researchers came up with an experiment. This Hydra is genetically engineered so that under ultraviolet light, its exterior cells glow purple and interior ones glow green. Scientists basically blend up a bunch of these Hydra, leaving a heap of mixed up cells. Right away, the cells start reorganizing. Those purple outer layer cells migrate out. The cells from the inside scroll
Caralho,
back
eles
into the center. The Hydra dumps cells from the interior to restore its hollow shape. The stem cells start dividing and differentiating to rebuild the rest of the animal. Soon a head starts to form. Sometimes a few little heads compete to be the new top. After a few tumultuous days, what was once a mixed-up pile of cells takes on a familiar shape. Researchers hope to harness Hydra's ability to regenerate, to someday slow human...
Como é que mata um bicho desse? Como é que mata um bicho desse? Caralho, como é que mata um bicho desse? Alguém me explica, por favor. Alguém me explica.
Aging, or even regrow damaged organs.
Joga no ácido. Muda o pH e ele morre. Fim. Olha só que simples. Eu aqui desesperado. Ainda bem que a gente tem um biólogo.
Maybe this tiny monster will one day show us the way to the mythical fountain of youth. Hey D-Peeps, our PBS friends here on...
D-Peeps. Muito bom, mano. Porra, muito da hora essa porra. Da hora demais. Deeper Look. Muito bom, muito bom. Próximo. Caterpillar thrives in a toxic love triangle. Nem fudendo. Caterpillar entra num triângulo amoroso tóxico. É esse. Só pode ser esse. E aí, Desirê, boa noite, tudo bem? Caralho. Muito louco. Muito louco. Deixa eu meter a legendinha pra nós. Caralho, esses bichos é muito legal. É muito bom. Olha lá, triângulo amoroso do Caterpillar. Que eu não lembro o nome em português. Caterpillar é o quê? Lagarta?
This is the story of a love triangle between a plant, a striking butterfly, and an intrepid, though unlucky, gnat. Like every good love story, it has plant sex,
Eita. Plant sex.
deceit, and even an attempted
Caralho!
poisoning.
Mano, é uma história de amor realmente complicada. Nossa, que interessante, cara. Oh, muito bom esse conteúdo. Muito bom, cara. Ela fez a historinha, mano.
At the center of this triangle
Vamos
is
ver
the
a novela.
California pipevine. Its supple vines wind around other plants or structures, like this arbor. It's also known as the California
com
Dutchman's
pelinho.
pipe because its flowers are curved in the shape of a tobacco pipe. And then there's these lips. Oh, hello, gorgeous.
Uia, que lindo.
The vine grows heart-shaped leaves, but don't be fooled. The plant produces poisonous compounds that could cause kidney cancer if you ate it.
Caralho! Mas não
But the
se o
California
Caterpillar.
pipevine swallowtail butterfly loves it, even though the vine is trying to poison the butterfly's babies. Talk about a toxic relationship.
Gente.
The caterpillars have evolved to depend on the vine. It's their only food. And they turn its poison into their own weapon. As they
Caralho,
chop
que
away,
lindo.
they accumulate the toxins in their bodies and make themselves noxious
Caralho!
to predators. The bright orange
Oh,
screams,
mas é muito bonita essa lagarta. Olha essa cor, velho. Que bonitinha. Longe, né? Aqui no monitor. Perto já não sei se eu acharia tão bonitinha. Ficaria com um nojinho. Mas, porra. Brilhosa. Charmosa, achei. Que lagarta gostosa.
it can make you sick. Even the butterfly's eggs are crusted with toxins.
Caralho. Pô, parece que eles estão descabelados. Olha. Cara, boquinha. É muito engraçado, mano.
After hatching, the caterpillars feast side by side. Scientists call this gregarious behavior.
Parece que
They're
acabaram
not
de
just
acordar,
being
né?
social. Feeding together helps them get bigger faster, though
Olha que
scientists
louco.
don't know exactly why. And the faster they grow, the sooner they'll stock up on those defensive compounds.
E ela não tem pelinha. Ai, que...
So does the pipevine get anything out of this deal? Pollination by the butterflies, maybe? Nope. They drink nectar from other flowers. So when the pipevine's flowers come out in early spring, they lure in and trap tiny flies called fungus gnats.
Que isso?
The flowers entice them with a mushroomy aroma that reminds the gnats of the fungi they feed on. Once in there, it's really hard to get out.
Ela fica
Here's what it
presa.
looks like inside the flower, from the
Caramba.
bottom of the pipe. This is the actual exit, the way it got in. And this is where the flower keeps its pollen. It could be a way
Caralho.
out, all lit up by the sun, so the gnat flies up. It gets
Fica
stuck,
perdidinho.
at least for a bit. But the flower doesn't eat it like a carnivorous plant would. The flower only needs to keep it hostage until some pollen grains attach to the fly's hairs.
Ia.
This is called deceptive pollination.
Caralho, que doideira.
For many gnats, the ordeal is too much. They don't make it out. But some do escape. If
Brabo.
one falls for the same pipevine trick again and gets caught in another flower, boom, pollination. That flower will turn into a
Caíram no
seed-carrying fruit that will eventually lead to new places for this butterfly to lay her eggs. She'll never
Olha,
know the
botando
debt
ovinho.
of gratitude she owes a certain disoriented gnat.
Caralho.
Hi, it's
Mano,
Laura.
muito bravo
Sometimes
esse.
it literally stinks to be a
Muito
pollinator.
bravo.
Flies can't resist
Mano, achei
the
isso muito
corpse
foda.
flower. It looks like raw meat.
Olha que fofura. Os bichinhos tudo acabaram de acordar. Maluquice, né, mano? Botou uma escuta no bicho. Caíram no golpe. Mano, muito da hora. Muito bom esse. Muito bom, muito bom. Por essa planta nem o futuro esperava. Agora, os queridos escorpiões. Predadores com um lado sensitivo. Não sensível. Sensitivo. Mano, escorpião é um bicho que eu tenho medo, hein? Porra, se eu vejo escorpião na minha frente, eu fico em choque.
Powerful
Ó,
pincers.
nossa, deu até arrepiada.
Paralyzing venom.
Uia.
Armor fortified with iron.
Paralyzing Venom. Imagina você ter um bagulho na ponta dos seus dedos, do seu pé, assim, ou do nariz, do que quer que seja, que você dá ali uma na pessoa e ela fica paralisada. Imagina isso, cara. Que loucura. Tá maluco.
Iron and zinc. They're totally metal.
Ih, a legenda tá errada, peraí. Porra, mano, doideira. Eu queria ter o poder de paralisar as pessoas, para elas pararem de falar merda.
Scorpion has a fierce reputation.
Lacrei! Ó.
Powerful pincers.
Pau.
Paralyzing venom.
Tá maluco.
Armor fortified with iron and zinc.
Pronto,
They're
falei.
totally
Pronto.
metal. The scorpion has a fierce reputation that's lasted through the ages.
Sim.
Its ancestors were some of Earth's earliest predators. But this beast has a secret, a softer side. If you flip over a scorpion, don't try this at home. Its
Ai,
belly
meu
is
Deus.
sensitive, and not just because its armor is thinner
Caramba.
there.
Faz cócega,
Right
vai fazer
behind
cócega.
its legs, you'll see a couple of comb-like organs.
Asa.
These are pectins, and every scorpion has a pair.
Fizeram asa do lado errado.
The comb teeth are covered in tiny sensors called peg sensilla. Every peg sensillum has a slit-shaped pore that takes in chemical traces from the ground and air. Each is attached to roughly a dozen nerve cells. This helps the scorpion's brain read the chemicals to understand its environment.
Caralho,
It's similar to how we taste and smell.
caralho.
That's useful because even though it has many eyes, a scorpion's vision is
vários
not
olhos?
the best.
Caralho, pode pá, né? Nunca tinha parado pra pensar no olho do escorpião. Pensava que tinha 2 olhinhos assim, aleatório. Tem vários olhos e não enxerga bem.
When two scorpions meet, they use their pectins to sense each other's pheromones, invisible chemical signals they release into the world around them.
E ele
This helps
treta,
them-
escorpião treta com outros escorpiões? Por território? Por fêmeas? Pelo quê?
Determine who's a menace, a meal, or potential mate. Looks like these
Esse é
two
feião,
are a
hein?
match.
Ó,
They're
vai
not
só...
fighting. They're, well,
dançando.
holding hands and kissing, scorpion
Olha o escorpião
style.
dançando.
And this is their version of a slow dance.
Que da
The
hora.
male deposits a
Oh,
packet of
mas,
sperm on
papo reto, tô todo arrepiado. velho. Que agonia, mano. Me dá escorpião, tio.
the ground inside a casing called a spermatophore. She picks up what she needs. And just like that, this brief but sweet courtship is over. The peg sensilla are also sensitive to physical cues. They brush the ground as the scorpion walks, deciphering textures that help it navigate. But the pectins aren't its only specialized sensors. The scorpion's dainty feet and hairs
Nossa, que
all
fofura.
over its body also help it pick up minuscule vibrations.
Tomou-lhe.
Dinner.
Tomou-lhe. 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 Nu! Dei!
Fossils show
Já era.
scorpions have
É.
existed in some form or other since before the dinosaurs. At night, researchers can find scorpions because they glow under a simple UV flashlight.
Caralho!
Why this is a mystery. Today, there
É um mistério! Ele brilha na luz UV. Caralho! É tipo aquelas... Ele tem tipo aquelas roupas branca. Roupa branca mesmo, na verdade. Aquelas roupas. Qualquer roupa branca. Na luz. Naquela luz de festa, tá ligado? Você vai com a camisa branca. Você fica brilhoso. Ou então você mostra os dentes assim, ó. Todo mundo parece que fez clareamento. É o escorpião.
are more than 2,000 species found all over the planet. And scientists are still discovering more. There's so much pressure out there to be tough, smart, fast. Maybe the real trick to survival is cultivating your sensitive side for hundreds of millions of years.
A conclusão. Ia lá, a pessoa ia saindo sem deixar o like. Não, não pode esquecer não. Deixa o like, o comentário para fortalecer o engajamento e não esquece de se inscrever, né? Tamo junto. Beijos na Banguela.